Ellen Pompeo gets honest about her experience with Grey's Anatomy fans. Ellen Pompeo gets candid about her experience with Grey's Anatomy fans. In a new interview with Magic Radio, the Good American Family revealed one thing that annoyed her during her interaction with her fans. Ellen, who appeared in every season of hit medical drama since its debut in 2005 as Meredith Grey, said, "I am so grateful for the show. I'm so grateful for the fans and I love them. But to be honest, when people do call me Meredith, I do get a little annoyed," confessed the 55-year-old. The old-school actress mentioned, "I love that you love the show, but please call me by my right name." Ellen also shared that she thought the show's divisive musical episode, Song Beneath the Song, which aired in 2011, was surely the end of Grey's. "I thought, oh, we're doctors, singing about car crashes, that's a wrap on us. But I'm so glad it wasn't," stated the actress. Ellen's comments came after she spoke up about stepping down from the show in the future. "That would make no sense, emotionally or financially," she told El País. The actress explained, "The show was streamed more than 1 billion times in 2024. More than 1 billion times. The companies that own the show and stream the show make a lot of money from our images and our voices and our faces. If I were to walk away completely, everybody gets to make money for my hard work for 20 years and I wouldn't make any money," mentioned Ellen. Meanwhile, the actress added, "To me, it doesn't make any sense that everybody else gets to profit off of my hard work. I want to have an attitude of gratitude toward the show." For nearly 2 decades, Ellen Pompeo was the heartbeat of Grey's Anatomy. As Dr. Meredith Grey, she carried storylines filled with love, loss, tragedy, and triumph through 19 seasons of the iconic medical drama. But behind the scenes, as the world embraced her on-screen persona, Ellen was navigating something much more complex: the surreal, sometimes overwhelming, always intense relationship with the show's devoted fan base. Recently, in a candid interview, Pompeo peeled back the layers of her experience with Grey's fans, and as always, she didn't hold back. "It's a beautiful thing to be loved for something you've created or been a part of," she began, her voice steady, thoughtful. "But it's also a lot. Grey's fans aren't just casual watchers. They feel this show in their bones. They live it. And that intensity has followed her everywhere, from red carpets to grocery stores, from Twitter threads to awkward dentist appointments. I'll never forget, I was in a CVS in Santa Monica," she said with a laugh. "I had my hair in a bun, sweats on, no makeup, just trying to grab some cold medicine. And this woman stops dead in her tracks, gasps, and goes, 'Meredith? Oh my God. McDreamy would be so proud of you right now.'" It was one of those surreal moments that perfectly summed up her relationship with Grey's fans. Deeply emotional, a little confusing, and always intense. For Ellen, who originally signed on for the pilot thinking it would be just another job, the longevity of the show and the accompanying fan devotion came as a surprise. "I don't think any of us expected it to last beyond a few seasons," she admitted. "I thought, cool, a pilot. I'll work, I'll pay some bills, and I'll move on to the next gig." But then it took off. And not just in the US, worldwide. Over the years, Grey's Anatomy became more than just a show. It became a lifeline for many viewers, a reflection of love, grief, identity, and survival. Fans saw themselves in Meredith's struggles, her resilience, and her relentless pursuit of life, even in the face of unimaginable heartbreak. "I've had people come up to me crying," she said, "like really crying, telling me they got through a death in the family because of Grey's, or they came out to their parents after watching Callie's storyline, or that the show made them want to become doctors." While she's deeply honored by the impact, Pompeo admitted the emotional weight of that connection wasn't always easy to carry. "There were times when I felt like people didn't see me at all, just Meredith, and they wanted her to be perfect. Or they wanted me to make decisions as an actor that I couldn't always make. Like, why did Meredith leave Derek's clinical trial? Or why did she date Nathan after Derek died? As if I had full control over the writing." She paused, shaking her head slightly. "It's flattering, but it can also feel like a lot of pressure. You're being asked to hold the emotional baggage of millions. Ellen's honesty about her complicated relationship with fame is part of what has endeared her to fans off-screen. She's never sugarcoated her experience, whether it's talking about salary negotiations, creative frustrations, or the emotional toll of playing the same character for nearly 20 years. You're constantly walking this tightrope, she explained. You love the fans, you're grateful, but you also want a life that's yours, and sometimes being so heavily associated with one character makes that hard. Pompeo recalled one incident on a family vacation to Italy. My husband and I were in Florence. Beautiful trip. We're walking through this market, and suddenly a group of girls start yelling, "Meredith Grey! Meredith!" I smile, wave, try to keep it moving. Then one of them grabs my hand and says, "Please, don't die on the show." It was sweet, but also a little terrifying. Still, she recognizes the depth of love behind those interactions. These people aren't just fans. They're people who've been through things, and they've brought grays with them, to hospital beds, to breakups, to births. And somehow we became part of their healing. That emotional attachment, she said, is something she takes seriously, even now, after stepping away from the full-time role. I think there's always going to be a part of me that belongs to the fans. That belongs to Meredith, and I'm okay with that, as long as I get to keep a piece for myself too. Stepping back from the show, Pompeo said, has given her new clarity and appreciation for the journey. When you're in it in the middle of the grind, you're just trying to survive the 16-hour days. You're not thinking about legacy. But now I look back and I see it. I see what we built, what the fans built with us. Asked if she still watches the show, she laughed. No way. I lived it. I don't need to relive it. But I do check in now and then, mostly to see if Meredith is still alive. Though she's shifted her focus to producing, advocacy, and spending time with her family, Pompeo says she's always open to revisiting the world of Grays, just not in the way fans might expect. I think the show should live on without Meredith, she said. Let new characters have their moment. Let the fans fall in love all over again. That's the beauty of Grays. It reinvents itself. Still, there's a special place in her heart for the fans who stood by her since day one. From the very first, "It's a beautiful day to save lives," to Meredith's last dramatic walk down the halls of Grey Sloan. I see them, she said. The ones who've written letters, made art, come to events, tweeted through every episode. I see the tattoos, the quotes, the tears. I've felt it all. And I want them to know. I'm grateful. I really am. As she steps into the next chapter of her life and career, Ellen Pompeo is leaving behind more than just a TV role. She's leaving behind a legacy. And millions of fans who will never forget the woman who made them believe that even in the darkest moments, there's always a little light. I'm not Meredith Grey, she smiled. But I'm proud to have carried her heartbeat for as long as I did.